Jay, Vancouver games against the Canucks. I mean, they have played you guys hard, even in games in which you've won in this building. The games have been really tight. Just a thought on what makes it, that type of matchup.
Well, I think they have some really good players, dangerous players that can make you pay if you're sloppy or undisciplined. I think there's always been a rivalry between the Oilers and the Canucks, and our focus is on making sure we play our best game, put our best foot forward tonight, because we expect theirs.
You're obviously angling up right now in terms of how the team's playing, better defensively, much better on the PK. Just a thought on sort of what are the reoccurring themes that's enabled that to happen?
Well, I think first and foremost is that the team has gotten back to full, or what is closest to full health that we've been in a long time. Thought, after the game in Tampa Bay, there were some major injuries over a stretch, and we were doing what we needed to do in order to find points while we were banged up. Since Evander Kane has come back into the lineup, I think what it does is it slots people in the correct position, so to speak, allows us to move people around the lineup. And in the end, I think why are we trending in that way that you mentioned? I think it comes down to our players. I think it comes down to our players' work ethic and execution, and you can really see them finding different ways to win hockey games. And the biggest thing is there's a maturity to our group, and that's pleasing for a coach to see.
Matthias Janmark was a scratch on Thursday due to an illness. Is he an option for you tonight, or?
Yeah, he's an option.
Okay.
Yeah, he's an option. We'll see what type of lineup pours out of our gate, but he's certainly an option. But you're right, he was out with an illness.
Did he come to Vancouver?
We'll see, Jim. We'll see what pours out of that lineup or that gate tonight.
Jay, have you been following the coaching circus here since you're a coach with the Bruce Boudreau thing? Do you have any feeling, because you're a coach, what he's going through?
Well, I think where my focus is on our team and our quest to get points on a daily basis. Obviously, the coaching fraternity is a tight one around the NHL. I've known Bruce for a while. I don't think it's fair for me or my place to comment on what's going on with another team or their organization. As I said, our focus is on coming into this building tonight and securing 2 points.
Because of all of the outside noise around the Canucks, it seems like it's going to be a pretty emotional game for Vancouver. Do you talk to your players about that and about how to kind of guard against that when you get out on the ice?
Well, it's kind of what I said to Jim there. We're in last time I looked, and I look at the standings every day, we're in 4th place in the Pacific. It's a very tight division, but one where points are at a premium, and it feels like teams win every night. So I appreciate the emotion. I understand what's going on, but that's not where our focus lies. Our focus lies on what's immediately within our control, and that's our preparation. That's our attention to detail. That's our level of execution tonight when 2 points are up for grabs. That's what the Edmonton Oilers are here to do tonight, is to come in and play our best game, because we know the Vancouver Canucks are going to play their best.
Jay, in the first third or so of the season, when your team was facing adversity and trying to find consistency, not fun to go through, but can offer a time of reflection, what have you learned from that's attributing to your success now?
Well, I think, I would bring it back even to training camp. I think the noise around our team is that, we're just going to pick up where we left off in the third round of the playoff. I don't think internally any of us thought that. Certainly adversity is no fun to go through, but it's okay when it's not always a smooth sail. I think what happens is you find new ways to get points or to find wins. I think adversity at times bonds the group together. You learn what it takes to get through sticky circumstances. And, we've had our fair share in the first half, but we found some players here. I like the way our team is playing hard for each other.
Jay, you made it
clear where your focus is tonight,
Yeah.
but a lot of people are paying attention to the undercard tonight. Tyler Michaels and the Sherwood Park Raiders are taking on Spruce Grove for an Edmonton Minor Hockey Week championship. I'd like you to step outside your comfort zone and break that matchup down for me.
What was the two combatants called?
Sherwood Park Raiders and Spruce Grove.
Spruce Grove. Well, I think it would be unfair for me to pick one of those two great suburbs of Edmonton. I think.
Now you do know who was calling your game.
Yes,
tonight.
I do know. I do. On a personal level, I know where my allegiance lies. But those two great, surrounding areas of Edmonton. I know there's a lot of really good hockey being played. I know in St. Albert, the great John Reed tournament is being played. Which is one of the best bantam tournaments in the country. I know Hockey Day in Canada is a huge day all across the country. I wish your son well, but I'm not picking sides between two great suburbs in Edmonton.
Hamblin, is he just in because you don't want to be caught with too few forwards?
I think where we're at with our roster, I think it was an intelligent move to bring James up. He's certainly anytime he's been in our lineup, he's shown that he can play at this level and play well. I think since he went back down to Bakersfield, he's been a contributing member of that forward group. And I think it was a smart move on our part to bring him up.
A lot of conversations have been about the young D-men and their impact, but how about a guy like Tyson Barrie, where, I had a conversation with him. He's the second oldest in the league. He almost feels like it's his responsibility to lead the way, and how important of a role he plays in their success.
Second oldest on our team, not the league, right?
Oh, sorry, did I say league?
Yeah.
I meant to say team.
I think Tyson has a big voice in our locker room, and he carries a lot of weight. So it's important that he plays well. I think coming up last February, I thought he gave us really good minutes. I think he doesn't get enough credit for playing the game well defensively, which he's done for our coaching staff here. I think when he's at his best, and we need this every night from Tyson, when he's at his best, he's sprinting back to pucks quickly. He's a factor on the breakout. I think he's one of the best power play quarterbacks in the National Hockey League. He's found a chemistry with our top players in that regard. But he doesn't get enough credit when he's at the top of his game defensively. We're going to need that, and we're going to need it as we work through these games, as we work from now until game 83.